The Fountain by Charles Baudelaire. My dear, your eyes are weary. Rest them a little while. Assume the languid posture of pleasure mixed with guile. Outside the talkative fountain continues night and day, repeating my warm passion in whatever it has to say. The sheer luminous gown the fountain wears, where Phoebe's very own color appears, falls like summer rain or shoal of tears. Thus your soul ignited by pleasure's lusts and needs sprays into heaven's reaches and dreams of fiery deeds. Then it brims over, dying and languorous, apart, drains down some slope and enters the dark well of my heart. The sheer luminous gown the fountain wears, where Phoebe's very own color appears, falls like summer rain or shoal of tears. O you, whom night enhances, how sweet here at your breasts to hear the eternal sadness of water that never rests. O moon, O singing fountain, O half-leaf thronged night above, you are the faultless mirror of my sweet, bitter love. The sheer luminous gown the fountain wears, there Phoebe's very own color appears, falls like summer rain or shoal of tears. Kisses Desired by William Drummond of Hawthornden. Though I, with strange desire, to kiss those rosy lips am set on fire, yet will I cease to crave sweet touches in such store, as he who long before from Lesbia them in thousands did receive. Heart mine but once me kissed, and I by that sweet bliss even swear to cease you to importune more. Poor one, no number is. Another word of me ye shall not hear. After one kiss, but still one kiss, my dear. Stolen Pleasure by William Drummond of Hawthornden. My sweet did sweetly sleep, and on her rosy face stood tears of pearl, which beauty's self did weep. I, wondering at her grace, did all amazed remain, when love said, Fool, can looks thy wishes crown? Time past comes not again. Then did I me bow down, and kissing her fair breast, lips, cheeks, and eyes, proved here on earth the joys of paradise. I know that all beneath the moon decays, by William Drummond of Hawthornden. I know that all beneath the moon decays, and what by mortals in this world is brought, in time's great periods shall return to naught. That fairest states have fatal nights and days. I know how all the muses heavenly lays, with toil of sprite which are so dearly bought, as idle sounds of few or none are sought. And that naught lighter is than airy praise. I know frail beauty like the purple flower, to which one morn oft birth and death affords, that love adoring is of mind's accords, where sense and will in vessel reason's power. Know what I list, this all cannot me move, but that, oh me, I both must write and love. Like the Idalian Queen, by William Drummond of Hawthornden. Like the Idalian Queen, her hair about her eyne, with neck and breasts bright apples to be seen, at first glance of the morn, and cypress gardens gathering those fair flowers, which of her blood were born. I saw, but fainting saw my paramours, the graces naked danced about the place. The winds and trees amazed, with silence on her gazed. The flowers did smile like those upon her face. And as their aspen stalks those fingers band, that she might read my case, a hyacinth I wish me in her hand. O Friends, by Mirabai. O friends, I am mad with love and no one sees. My mattress is a sword point. How can I sleep when the bed of my beloved is spread open elsewhere? Only those who have felt the knife can understand the wound. Only jeweler knows the nature of the jewel. I have lost it, and though anguish takes me door to door, no doctor answers. Mira calls her lord. Oh, dark one, only you can heal this pain. Lost Desire, by Miliaga. Love brought by night a vision to my bed, one that still wore the vesture of a child, but 18 years of age, who sweetly smiled, till of the lovely form false hopes were bred, and keen embraces wild. Ah, for the lost desire that haunts me yet, to mine eyes fall in sleep that finds no more. That fleeting ghost, O lovelorn heart, give over. Cease thy vain dreams of beauty's warmth. Forget the face thou longest for. When I consider everything that grows, by William Shakespeare. When I consider everything that grows, holds in perfection but a little moment, that this huge stage presenteth naught but shows, whereon the stars in secret influence comment. When I perceive that men as plants increase, cheered and checked even by the selfsame sky, vaunt in their youthful zep, at height decrease, and where their brave stayed out of memory. When the conceit of this inconstant stay sets you most rich in youth before my sight, where wasteful time debateth with decay, to change your day of youth to sullied night, and all in war with time for love of you. As he takes from you, I engraft you new. Poem for Lou by Guillaume Apollinaire. If I should die out there on a battlefront, you'd weep. Oh, Lou, my darling, a single day, and then my memory would die away. As a shell dies bursting over the battlefront, a beautiful shell like a flowered mimosa spray. And then this memory exploded in space, would flood the whole wide world beneath my blood, the mountains, valleys, seas, and the stars that race, the wondrous suns that ripen far in space, as golden fruit round General Baratier wood. Forgotten memory, living in all things, I'd redden the nipples of your sweet pink breasts. I'd blush your mouth, your hairs now, blood like rings. You wouldn't grow old at all. These lovely things would ever make you young for their brave behests. The fatal spurting of my blood on the world would give more lovely brightness to the sun. Move color to flowers, to waves more speedy run. A marvelous love would descend upon the world, would be in your lovely flesh more strongly grown, and if I die there, memory you'll forget. Sometimes remember, Lou, the moments of madness, of youth and love and dazzling passion's heat. My blood will be the burning fountain of gladness, and be the happiest being, the prettiest yet. Oh, my only love and my greatest madness. Long night is falling, on us foreboding, ushers a long, long fade of blood. Song of the Witches. Double, Double, Toil and Trouble by William Shakespeare. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bed and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blindworm's sting, lizard's leg and howlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Cool it with a baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good. The Haunted Palace by Edgar Allan Poe. In the greenest of our valleys, by good angels tenanted, once a fair and stately palace, radiant palace, reared its head. In the monarch's thought's dominion, it stood there, ne'er the rough spread a pinion over fabric half so fair. Banners yellow, glorious golden, on its roof did float and flow. This, all this was with the olden time long ago. And every gentle air that dallied in that sweet day along the ramparts plumbed and pallid, a winged odor went away. Wondrous, in that happy valley, through two luminous windows saw spirits moving musically to a lute's well-tuned law. Round about a throne where sitting Porphyrogen, in state his glory well befitting, the ruler of the realm was seen. And all with pearl and ruby glowing was the fair palace door, through which came flowing, 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 the sparkling evermore. And troop of echoes whose sweet duty was but to sing in voices surpassing beauty the wit and wisdom of their king. But evil things in robes of sorrow assailed the monarch's high estate. Ah, let us mourn, for never morrow shall dawn upon him desolate. And round about his home the glory that blushed and bloomed is but a dim remembered story of the old time entombed. And travellers now within that valley through the red-litten windows see vast forms that move fantastically to a discordant melody, while, like a ghastly rapid river through the pale door, a hideous throng rush out forever and laugh, but smile no more. To One in Paradise by Edgar Allan Poe. Thou wast that all to me, love, for which my soul did pine, a green isle in the sea, love, a fountain and a shrine, all wreathed with fairy fruits and flowers, and all the flowers were mine. Ah, dream too bright to last, ah, starry hope that didst arise, but to be overcast. A voice from out the future cries, on, but over the past. Dim gulf my spirit hovering lies, mute, motionless, aghast. For alas, alas, with me, the light of life is over. No more, no more, no more. Such language holds the solemn sea to the sands upon the shore. Shall bloom the thunder-blasted tree, or the stricken eagle soar? And all my days are trances, and all my nightly dreams are where thy grey eyes glances, and where thy footstep gleams, in what ethereal dances, by what eternal streams. Spirits of the Dead by Edgar Allan Poe. Thy soul shall find itself alone mid dark thoughts of the grey tombstone, not one of all the crowd to pry into thine hour of secrecy. Be silent in that solitude, which is not loneliness, for then the spirits of the dead who stood in life before thee are again in death around thee, and their will shall overshadow thee. Be still. The night, though clear, shall frown, and the stars shall look not down from their high thrones in the heaven, with light like hope to mortals given. But their red orbs without beam to thy weariness shall seem as a burning and a fever, which would cling to thee forever. Now our thoughts thou shalt not banish, now our visions never to vanish. From thy spirit shall they pass, no more like dewdrops from the grass. The breeze, the breath of God, is still, and the mist upon the hill, shadowy, shadowy yet unbroken, is a symbol and a token. How it hangs upon the trees, a mystery of mysteries. Elevation by Charles Baudelaire. Over gutters and over parking lots, over rooftops, fountains, clownbacks, and the bay, beyond the sun, beyond the medium that fills unoccupied space, beyond the confines of the known universe, ghost, you slip out of me with the ease of a swimmer, at one with the waves, furrowing the deep, with a pleasure we can't articulate, as we fly from the contagion of the world, bathing in vibrations, shed in silence from the stars, drinking up the cold, clear fire that purifies our emptiness. Only when you ferry us here beyond the tedium and despair that weigh us down can we be happy. Only when animate wings bear through the haze of life and lift up into the luminous do our thoughts like birds trace patterns in the pearl grey sky and hover over life, understanding without effort the lexicon of flowers, the syntax of all that will die. L'Allegro by John Milton. Hence loathed melancholy of Cerberus and blackest midnight born, in Stygian cave forlorn, mongst horrid shapes and shrieks and sights unholy, find out some uncouth cell, where brooding darkness spreads his jealous wings, and the night raven sings there under ebon shades and low-browed rocks, as ragged as thy locks, in dark Cimmerian desert ever dwell. But come thou, goddess fair and free, in heaven yclept Euphrosyne, and by men heart easing mirth, whom lovely Venus at her birth with two sisters grace more, to ivy-crowned Bacchus' boars? Or whether, as some sages sing, the frolic wind that breathes the spring, Zephyr with Aurora playing, as he met her once a Maying, there on beds of violet blue, and fresh-blown roses washed in dew, filled her with thee a daughter fair, so buxom, blithe, and debonair. Haste thee, nymph, and bring with thee jest and youthful jollity, quips and cranks and wanton wile, knots and becks and wreathed smiles, such as hang on Hebe's cheek, and love to live in dimple sleek, sport that wrinkled care derides, and laughter holding both his sides. Come, intrepid, as ye go, on the light fantastic toe, and in thy right hand lead with thee the mountain nymph, sweet Liberty. And if I give thee honour due, Mirth, admit me of thy crew, to live with her and live with thee, in unreproved pleasures free, to hear the lark begin his flight, and singing startle the dull night, from his watchtower in the sky, till the dappled dawn doth rise, then to come in spite of sorrow, and at my window bid me good morrow, through the sweet briar, o'er the vine, o'er the twisted eglantine, while the cock with lively din scatters the rear of darkness thin, and to the stack o'er the barn door stoutly struts his dames before, oft listening how the hounds and horn cheerily rouse the slumbering morn, from the side of some hoar hill, through the high wood echoing shrill, sometime walking not unseen by hedgerow elms on hillock green, right against the eastern gate, where the great sun begins his state, robed in flames and amber light, the clouds in thousand liveries dight, while the ploughman near at hand whistles over the furrowed land, and the milkmaid singeth blithe, and the mower whets his scythe, and every shepherd tells his tale under the hawthorn in the dale. Straight mine eye hath caught new pleasure, whilst the land skip round in measure. Russet lawns and fallow grey, where the nibbling flocks do stray, mountain on whose barren breast the labouring clouds do often rest, meadows trim with daisies pied, shallow brooks and rivers wide, towers and battlements it sees, bossomed high in tufted trees, where perhaps some beauty lies, the cynosure of neighbouring eyes, hard by a cottage chimney smokes, from betwixt two aged oaks, where Corydon and Thyrsis met are at their savoury dinner set, of herbs and other country messes, which the near-handed Phyllis dresses, and then in haste her bower she leaves, with Testilis to bind the sheaves, or if the earlier season led to the taunt haycock in the mead, sometimes with secure delight the upland hamlets will invite, When the merry bells ring round many a maid, dancing in the checkered shade, and young and old come forth to play on a sunshine holiday, till the livelong daylight fail, then to the spice nut brown ale, with stories told of many a feat, how Mary Mab the junkets eat. She was pinched and pulled, she said, and he by Friar's lanthorn led. 'Tis how the drudging goblin sweat to earn his cream bowl duly set. When in one night, ere glimpse of morn, his shadry flail hath threshed the corn, that 10-day labours could not end, then lies him down the lubber fiend, and stretched out all the chimney's length, basks in the fires his hairy strength, and crop full out of doors he flings, ere the first cock his matin rings. Thus done the tale to bed they creep, by whispering winds soon lulled asleep. Towed cities please us then, and the busy hum of men, where throngs of knights and barons bold in weeds of peace high triumphs hold, with store of ladies whose bright eyes reign influenced and judge the prize of wits or arms, while both content to win her grace whom all commend. There let him oft appear in saffron robe with taper clear, and pomp and feast and revelry with mask and antique pageantry, such sights as youthful poets dream on summer eve by haunted stream. Then to the well-trod stage anon, if Johnson's learned sock be on, or sweetest Shakespeare, fancy's child, warble his native wood notes wild, and even against eating cares, lap me in soft Lydian airs, married to immortal verse, such as the meeting soul may pierce, in notes with many a winding bout of linked sweetness long drawn out. With wanton heat and giddy cunning, the melting voice through mazes running, untwisting all the chains that tie the hidden soul of harmony, that Orpheus' self may heave his head from golden slumber on a bed of heaped Elysian flowers, and here such strange as would have won the ear of Pluto to have quite set free his half-regained Eurydice. These delights, if thou canst give mirth, with thee I mean to live.